No, we won't be hacking Google as such. I don't want you guys to misunderstand my words. Rather, we will be using Google search features to hack anything, anywhere. So in today's session, we will see how search engine works, what are robots.txt files, why are they important in Google hacking. Then we will talk on our main topic of the day called as Google docking. After getting the idea of Google docking, we will check out some search operators and see the actual naughty power of Google search engine. Once you get a brief idea on Google docking and search operators, we will practically see how to hack IP cameras and search for vulnerable web applications to exploit. And if time permits, we we will show you how. Should I say this? Okay, fine. If time permits, we have a bonus topic on Exploit DB, wherein we can see how and where hackers share and store some critical tips and tricks for all the vulnerabilities which are present out there on the internet. So Exploit DB will be a bonus if the time permits. We'll try our level best to show you what is Exploit DB. Okay, Google hacking. We all use Google daily, correct? Google search is not new to us, but today we will learn how to use Google search for hacking. Look at me, I never went for any coaching institute or college to learn hacking. It was Google and my curiosity combined together which taught me hacking. One should have that curiosity. Google will never disappoint you. You can look Elon Musk, the owner of SpaceX and Tesla. He never received any formal education on cars or rockets. It was his curiosity and some readings from books and Google which made him the Elon Musk that we know today. This example was of positive nature. Similarly, Google search can be used in a bad way. Let's explore some bad stuff today. Remember, I repeat, remember, this webinar is for educational purpose only. Mobitrail security team does not take any responsibility of your actions. So please do not misuse our today's presentation. So let's start understanding how search engine works. Let's start with the very basics. How do search engine works? Remember three words: spider, crawler, and parser. I repeat, spider, as in the Spider-Man, crawler, somebody that crawls, spider crawls, and parser. You might have noticed a spider web, maybe at your place or in the Spider-Man movie. For now, you can take the reference on the left-hand side screen. But there is a spider web. If you see the injection point, can you see the arrow? Yeah. This all points, let's assume they are all the databases in the world. This is a Google spider. Assume this is a Google spider and those points are all the databases where all the web application and the websites are stored. So what is Spider doing? Spider is connecting all the databases. If you see in the right hand side, I have searched for coronavirus. If you see the links www.who.int, health topics, go down, emergency diseases, Times of India, India Times. Now these links are brought to you by the spider, Google Spider. Then I said crawler. What the crawler does for you is that it gives you the headline in blue color, which you can see right now. This is given to you by the crawler. What is the work of crawler? The crawler will go in each and every database connected by the spider, and it will search for that particular word that you have searched, coronavirus. So these links are given to you by your spider. The blue color thing that you see on which you click is given to you by the crawler. Now, if you notice, there is bold written coronavirus in the content. This is given to you by the parser. Okay. So now next time onwards, whenever you search anything on Google, just keep in mind how this works. A spider will give you the links. The crawler will give you the proper blue color link, which you can click on. And the parser will give you that bold color in the content. Okay. That's it for this particular slide. So now that you have a fair idea about what is displayed in your search results, let's see how it gets there on the front page. Because if you noticed, there may be tens and thousands of results. How do Google decide which result will appear in your top section? Let's see that. Okay, so we'll see how Google chooses what to show in top search. It all depends on three factors: crawling, indexing, and ranking. Crawling part we saw in our previous slide. So for now, I will skip it. The next part is indexing. In indexing, Google does the analysis. Yeah. In indexing, Google does the analysis of various websites and application for that particular word. Let us compare two sites: Cadbury website and a Mercedes website. Okay. So now suppose if I search for chocolate, what do you think? Which website will yield results on the first page? Obviously Cadbury, because that website has the word chocolate in many locations as compared to Mercedes website. That way, that was the working of indexing. So in indexing, Google algorithm searches for websites for appearance of that word in your query you asked in the search bar. In my last slide, I asked for coronavirus. So it didn't give me Mercedes website. There may be a warning issued in Mercedes website as well for coronavirus, but then WHO has more words in its website, due to which indexing takes place and I get the result at the first place. Okay, the third part which plays an important role is ranking. Indexing and ranking are correlated. Factors like highly indexed website. Now you know what is indexing. So highly indexed website, popularity of that website, and the location in which you are searching are considered while ranking the website when you search anything. If I go over here, you see Times of India, indiatimes.com, the third part, the third link. Now this was because I am in India and most of the people over here reads Times of India. If I go in some other country and search for the same coronavirus search term, I may get WHO because WHO is universal, but there is a difference in the publication Times of India. There may be something else. Oh, I think you got the point. Okay. Robots.txt file. This is very important if you are searching. This can be your secret gate pass to any website. Let's see. A robot.txt file tells search engine crawlers which pages of file the crawler can or cannot request from your site. This is used mainly to avoid overloading your site with requests. There may be certain critical web pages that the site owner does not want to keep it public. Example, admin page. As you can see in the image, it is written disallow admin. At the bottom part, you can see disallow admin. Search engine will not show you admin page in the search result, but now that we have access to robot.txt file, we know that what to search for and what can be confidential to the site owner. In short words, I can say that for us hackers, robots.txt file is like a gate pass to the hidden sites. So how do you search for the file? Simple. Go in the URL and type robots.txt. Well, let me show you practically how it is done. I'll stop my screen sharing. I'll go on my browser. Let's say I want to buy, I want to test Nike, as you say, right? Nike. Just do it. I'll just do it. So now let's say I want to find out the robot.txt file. I want to see what is allowed and what is not allowed. So I'll say .com/robots.txt. Yeah, enter. As you can see, Nike also has this file called as robots.txt. So you can see what is disallowed: member inbox, member settings. Now I think that can be an internal site or it can be a login site. See what is allowed. CN is allowed. So let's go over here again and I'll type Nike or whatever you say. CN. Okay, I'll check for CN. Yes, it's written in Chinese. So CN was allowed. Now let's see and what is not allowed. Disallow KR help, disallow URL, disallow PDF. Okay, this is not allowed for me. So let's see what happens. I'm curious why it is not allowed. So I'll just type, and you got an error. Okay, that's great of Nike. Nike. What do you say? So let's take the example of our presentation. We have Crunchbase. Crunchbase. Crunchbase.com. And I'll say robots. If you know any site, you can go and check if they have robots.txt. Okay. So as I said, admin is not allowed. Let's check. Control C, Control V, and I'll change this to admin.txt. Was it admin.txt? No, it's just admin. Admin. I press enter. It should not be allowing us. There we go. It's not allowing us. What about login? It is not allowing login also. Let's see. Login. Yeah, I got it. I think I can also get admin. I'll try once again. Oh, it's not there. So you see login screen was not allowed as per the robots.txt file, but then I could get access to the login file. I can now do my testing. I can bypass, I can brute force username, password, and I can do whatever I want. So this is the beauty of robot.txt file. We can see which URLs are hidden and we can go and crawl them. We can go and explore them and exploit them. Going back to our presentation. Okay. So that's it for robot.txt. Let's go for Google Docking. Google Docking is also known as Google hacking. It is a hacker technique that uses Google search and other Google applications to find security holes in the configuration and compiler code that websites are using. I may have sounded a bit technical. I'll make it simple for you. Google hacking uses a combination of advanced Google search operators in order to discover potential vulnerabilities. There is a huge debate of whether Google Docking is legal or illegal. Now, this actually depends on what you do with the information that you gathered using Google Docking. Google Docking is just using special queries to figure out publicly available information about a company or a website. But once you use that information of hacking, Google Docking becomes Google hacking, and then it is illegal. So in today's presentation and practical, we will show you what is legal. Good morning. Somebody just typed in the chat section. Okay, so let's check out some of the important search operators out there used while performing Google hacking. If you want to note them down, please go ahead. I'm taking a 2 minutes break so that people who want to take a note of it can do it. And then I'll straight ahead give you a live demo of their usage. No more theory from my side. Okay, so if you want to note down the search operators, do note down. There are more operators available on the internet, but these are the very important types. And I'll be covering in a practical session right now. Live demo. I believe in live. If you guys are ready to go ahead, type in the chat section of the Google Meet that you are ready, and then I can go ahead. The 21 people who are attending this session, if I get 15 ready, I'll proceed. Ready. Okay. Few more readies, and I'll go ahead with the presentation, practical. Guys, please type in the meeting if you are ready. If you have noted down the search operators. Okay. Okay. We'll start. Ending the presentation and going towards a Google screen. Okay. So the first one, if you have noted down, the first one was, what was the first one? Can anybody type in the chat? Meeting chat. अभी सच में ready बोल रहे हैं या फिर ऐसे ही? Yeah, any URL. Okay. I'll skip any URL. I'll skip any URL and I start with in title. So let's say I need to find a web page with a certain word in the title. I'll show you. I'll say Apple. I'll say Apple. Apple.com. Okay. You see this title in the tab. This is what I need to find. Okay. So I need to find a web pages with a certain word in the title. I will use in title search operator. Okay. So how will I use in title search operator? In title, two dots, space, Apple. Now when I first searched only Apple, see how many results I got? Plenty of results. Yep. What I'll do now? In title, colon, Apple. What will this search operator called as in title do? It will search for web pages with that particular word in the title. I'll hit enter, and and as you can see, music.apple, apple.com, developer.apple. I'll click on this. See, in the title you can see there is Apple. This is what my search is doing. I am telling you the positive aspect of the search operators. Now it is up to your curiosity how you use this operators. Okay. So how many results I got? 12,40,000. I'll reduce the space between them. I'll hit enter. See, the results have increased. So just a matter of space can change the entire results. This is the beauty of Google hacking. You make one mistake, you don't get the results, whatever you want. So remember, spacing is very important. So if suppose at home, if you are practicing search operators on your own, remember to keep an eye on the results section. How many results you are getting? Minimum results means accuracy in your search operation. I hope I have made my point over here. Let's move ahead with in title. Will go to in text. So in text, I guess most of you might have guessed for now. The operator is going to search for that particular word somewhere in the context, not in the title. So in title, in text, Apple. So now what it is doing is it is searching for Apple in that particular website. See Apple. Apple. There are false positives which you may get, but never mind. So let's check if I was right. 1,91 lakh. I'll remove that space. No, this is the wrong one. This is the right one. I got a more better results. So in text operation is clear. I'll just show you. Somewhere in this website, there will be Apple written. Apple. This is the work of in text Apple. So now what will be the in URL? Can you just type in the meet section, chat section, and tell me how will I use in URL search operators? And what will that in URL operator do? I explained you in title, I explained you in text. Now it's your turn to give me a feedback on in URL. You guys can type in your laptops. You can check it out and mention that in the chat section. Keywords in the URL will be searched, Carolyn. Correct. Just give me an example. Type keywords in the URL, right? Creamy. Just type in the what will be that syntax? Type the syntax. How will I use any URL? Use whatever you want. I have searched for Apple. You can search for anything. Type in the chat section and I can correct you if you guys are going somewhere wrong. Come on, we have more operators left. We're running short of time. Any URL Apple. Correct. Any URL times. Correct. Colon is important. Remember that. Semicolon, colon. What? I forgot what I said. That. Sorry. In URL Apple. Now, since that I'm sending a lot of requests, Google is making me do extra effort. Okay. Now see the beauty of any URL Apple. I got a rovers.txt file. Now I was not expecting this, but I got that. We are also getting few documents, lot of things from the developer or Apple domain. Okay. So this makes your search very easy. Okay. You are focused whether you want that title, whether you want that context, whether you want that URL. Okay. Okay, guys. So in URL Mango, right? So I assume you now have got a brief idea on in title, in URL, and in text. Let's proceed ahead. What was the next thing we're gonna do? Okay. So now let's say I want to check all the URLs of a particular website. Maybe I'm interested in their internal URLs. For that, I have an operator called as site operator. Now, site operator will limit results to those from a specific website. So instead of Apple, I'll say site and I'll hit enter. Can you see Apple iPhone, Apple choose country region, Apple iPhone, Apple shop, Apple Mac, Apple sitemap, Apple newsroom? I'm getting the URLs. The site operator is used to check all the URLs of that particular site, which has been indexed by the search engine. I got one subdomain, support.apple. So I can go and search for anything. I can go and search for, let's say, what should I search for? Anybody? Any hints? What should I search for? Site. How about CNN? See, I got edition.cnn. I got cnnbrazil.com, CNN news source. And see the results. If you see the results, it's 3780. And see if I remove the site operator, how much results will I get? See, there's a lot of improvement in the results. Okay, this is how you will be using site operator. I know at presently you are saying कि अरे क्या इतना easy बता रहा है, but remember if you have enough curiosity, you can find lot of things by using these operators. Let's proceed ahead and see if I want to see the cache of any web page. I don't know how many of you guys are not aware of cache. I'll just give a brief about what is cache. Cache is a temporary storage location for copies of files and data. By using cache operator, we can gather latest stored information which can be critical or confidential. Maybe get hands on some updated files as well. So let's use cache. Cache colon Apple. I'll remove the space between cache and the colon. I'll press enter and I get somewhere around 2040. Okay. I'll remove the space and I'll see if my results are appropriate. Oh no, so the space was needed. Enter. So what I'm getting over here, the results are the cache cache of the website, the recent cache. So if suppose Apple has updated its software or a file and it has posted somewhere, I may get this by using cache. Why cache is important? Let's say the Apple decides to withdraw that file from the search engine. Cache will help me get to that file. It's like a temporary storage. Even if the Apple removes that file, it will still be there in the cache memory of the search engine. Okay, let's proceed ahead with file type. File type operator restricts results to those of a certain file type. Like example, I need to see what kind of PDFs Apple is storing. So I'll say Apple space file type colon, and I'll go for PDF. I'll press enter, and I see I get all the PDFs which are there on the Apple sites. All the PDF. It can be the user guide. It can be anything. Accessory design. I'll check. Oh, okay. Accessory design guidelines. So if you want to search for anything, any file type on that particular website, let's say I'm going on Mumbai University site and I want to find a PDF file. This search will make very easier for me to find that file type. Now there is one more operator which you guys have noted down, I'm sure, link operator. This operator was killed by Google in 2017. It is no more in use, but even now you can use it, but the accuracy of that result may vary. Now, link operator was used to find pages that link to a particular website, as the name suggests, link. So I'll just check link. Oops, sorry, link Apple. Enter. Wow. And we have site Apple. Look at the results, how much they are varying. So link is no more in use. You can instead rather use site operator, and that's it for site operators. Okay. So I